I guess this day would come eventually. Don't know why, but it smells like someone smoked pot in here. It was probably outside. And I have lost my list. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I've been gone again. It's time to send to some local theme park-ish thingy. Or how about this guy? For 18 euros. Gotta love all the different kinds of coins when just one single kind of coin will do. No, let's all have different kind of coins because that is the way we like it. Okay, first off, the articulation. It has the standards 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 points of articulation. Well, standard with Hero Factory, seeing as some of them do have bendable elbows, but they don't have hands. Fun Nebula has hands but no elbows, which is kind of odd. Might get that, well, you know, fixed sometime later. Construction of the set is pretty nice. Well, luckily, the good thing is that you can make this set. I mean, you can just not only can you just find the instructions on the internet, you can construct from mostly older pieces. I mean, we can add Hydraxon mask, a lot of basic parts, and some leftover sets. You can easily make this guy without too many problems, which is kind of neat, I guess. The construction is very nice. The legs, they have put a lot of time and they've put a lot of time in it, but I'm not sure about the effort they did. It moves around a little because the legs on Von Nebula are quite unique in their own single way. As you can see, it has the piston on the front instead of when usually they have the piston on the back, but this time they have this turned around, which is kind of nice, I guess. Pretty nice leg design. You can see that if you try to swap these around again, it will not fit because the piston will fall out all the time. Yeah. The feet are okay. I could have made them better. I'll show you later about that. And yeah, this leg piece kind of wops around. You can't do anything really good. I mean, you can get in some way or another, you can get this to be stuck like this, but it looks nicer when it covers the complete knees, you know. Body structure is okay. Yeah. The looks, he looks pretty good, but for some reason he reminds me of a combination between Darth Vader, the Fallen from the second Transformers live-action movie, and a fatty. Because, you know, sometimes in several poses he can look pretty fat, seeing as his legs are also pretty thick. It's just, I mean, he looks kind of evil, I guess, but there are certain poses that you're thinking like, nah, that can't be right. One of them I found out about was this. I mean, every time I put him in this pose, I have to think about the Boo Man for some reason. Don't know what the Boo Man is, but maybe you American folks over there can tell me what it is. But in this way, I can't really take him seriously. He's so cute. But yeah. The construction is okay. They could have done, of course, what everybody knows is that they could have done the arms better, which is unfortunately quite a setback on the set, because if they would have made this a very simple, normal arm, just with double joints, which are actually kind of unnecessary, but kind of good, especially for the small kids who like to throw around with their stuff. They also made a posable neck on the Nebula, so you can put the neck like this for complete hunchback guys, because guys who like hunchbacks, because well, this is the lowest setting. Well, look, let's fix my tripod on a proper way. And this is the highest setup, which causes him to have slightly less of a hunchback. This is my favorite way to have him, you know. But for some reason, on the camera, he looks better than when I look at it in real life, you know. That's something that all LEGO sets have the effect on. Set features. It features these really cool, awesome, one-of-a-kind spikes. You know, one-of-a-kind in color scheme, but then again, that's also with the hands, with no silver tips, which is pretty nice. Of course, there's also the Tridax pod, which is blue and black, and these nice spinny blades around it, which has absolutely no use of at all. Black Hydraxon mask, black blades. Well, I thought it wasn't really necessary to say the main color scheme is black, because that sounds kind of ridiculous even if you look at it. But who cares? He also has kind of an ass plate, but I guess that I don't want this video to become a YouTube poop, right, Kyler? Exactly. Posable neck is actually kind of nice. You can put it pretty much every single way you want it. All the way down there, all the way up there, or in the middle. Or if you want to keep it properly in the middle, you might as well just take it off, set the plug one back, and it will not move. It can only move down, but cannot move that much upward, which also looks pretty nice. Posability is pretty good. Better than with mine copy, except of course for the arms, which is pretty odd. Yeah. There goes the fingers. No wonder why I completely failed Modern Warfare 2. I haven't cracked my fingers enough. And of course, the internet that's not been used for the last 3 days has also been butchered into a complete 300 KB connection, which makes it virtually impossible to play because I'm used to 2 MB. So I have no idea what that has to do with the set, but I guess it's kind of nice. Just like the spinny blades. I mean, it's just for what do you guys call it? Aesthetic purposes or something, or let's just say for the looks. Yeah, that'll do. Overall rating, I give this guy a well, I don't like giving ratings because I have to make a certain number, and if I have to give this guy a number within, I'd have to say a yeah, sorry, the camera cut out again. I'd have to say a 7 out of 10, I guess. It would have been better if, well, the problem with the design is that nothing will always look perfect. It's just the truth. I mean, there are those things that are like completely, absolutely batshit fucking insane, but those will never come to sale for several reasons. One, because they are way too expensive. They will be way too expensive to sell. The amount of parts in them is just too much for LEGO to handle. And of course it might need some new small pieces which LEGO cannot afford to make. Of course, at least that's what they say, but well, yeah. It would have been better if it had these bendable, if it had bendable, you know, elbows, which it doesn't. I almost probably just, you know, adapt it a bit and wrench it around and it'll work. But I decided to keep it like this for now for the review. You know. it's also the overall look of the set. I mean, it's kind of nice at some places, and it's not at some other places. I mean, the back is still kind of empty, right over here. But for $20 set, for a €20 set, for a £15 set, he's okay. He's pretty much worth it. The Markists, nah. For those guys that want to mock stuff, this is not really the set you want to buy, to be honest, because you can make this one from spare parts without too much trouble. The only thing you could do it for is either these, or this, and maybe these two Borak shells. They're completely black, or maybe even the Tridax pot. But that's really everything that you can call into for reasons to buy it for mockers. Also, I still have a little treat for you. You most probably know this, but I just felt like it to put him next to it. Oh, just give me a second. Just a second. Don't worry. I'm almost done. Almost. Don't click it off yet. There you go. Yeah, and then you can go ahead and compare it. But overall, this guy is shinier. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, but I like them both. Actually, I don't really regret it that I bought Von Nebula, but I don't really like it. I'm not really proud that I have him, you know. But at least I have something my little nephew can throw around with. That guy, of course. This guy is completely mine, and he will never touch this one. But this guy, this is one that my little nephew can use to throw around in the room and all that good stuff. So I guess I'll just end it with a slideshow and some crappy music on the background, and I will wish you a very nice day. Goodbye.